Welcome back, everyone. Welcome in to Beginning of the End. Last time, let's see. Well,
What did happen?
several things happened. Orcris had a little adventure that began with him attempting to track Other as he departed the tower. And the trail led him up very, very high into the city, all the way up to the crown, where he was guided by intuition or forces unseen to a disused apartment, where he slipped in, found that it was not quite as disused as it looked from the outside because the layer of dust inside had clearly defined footprints leading down a hallway to a small array of bedrooms, and hiding out in one for some time, Orcris heard from the adjacent bedroom, which was locked, chained shut, heard some movement, heard a jostling of the door, and then decided to bug out with that information having been gained, and with his presence still undetected. Being in that part of the city, he also happened to run into his patron, Kishal Hadis, who asked him to come and help her make some selections at the very, very exclusive marketplace for the noble families to strike deals with one another. And he made a deal, all right. Thessia's mother Arati was also present, and Orcris did his best to introduce the two and see whether perhaps Thessia could in fact fulfill Kishal Hadis's request to craft some commemorative jewelry for her children as a reward for her anticipated their success in their exams set by one of their proctors. Arati also asked Orcris if maybe on the DL he could pawn her blood for her, because this is where the family's finances have sunk to. So that's a budding business arrangement. Thessia, while studying her grandfather's rune, awaited Xenion's return to the house and talked with them at length about their plans for the future. And made some plans to involve them a little more. Offered to show them the way to the tower that she had created, and for them to perhaps begin doing something for her there, going through the I suppose they're not reams because they're not made of paper, but the many tablets that had created themselves within that space. And they also discussed the possibility of reopening the mine, the family's last one, that was largely abandoned following the recent incident that led to the creation of the Whole. Xenion also confessed that, in fact, the entire past couple years, when they said they had been working toward an apprenticeship with a Scrivener, and that Scrivener was Heyu, he's not a Scrivener. He's just some guy. And they were lying the entire time. And now that lie has caught up with them a bit. They tried to get out of it by coming up with the story about, we don't have any money, so he's not interested anymore. But in fact, that was all fabrication. And they are obviously keeping that from their mother. So, yeah, they're in a little bit of the shit.
Like we needed more problems.
And Wither, you were brought back to the same room as Peregrine to recover after allowing your stone swimmer to heavily feed on your essence, where Peregrine did not take the development with a whole lot of grace.
Understandably.
He was quite distraught that after all he had lost trying to protect you after you jumped into the Great Well, that as soon as he was confined to bed, you were out and getting yourself grievously injured again. And he was having a bit of a crisis of faith. And the servitor offered to help him out, offered to work in tandem with your own power to take away the parts of him that are troubling him at this moment and refocus him on his faith and his duty. And finally, the three of you met up to talk about your plans for your next moves. Soon is the appointed day of the meeting that Halkides was able to secure with Glint, your person of interest in ongoing investigations. And you have some other plans you wanted to see to before that as well. So, to quickly review what I've got.
Yeah.
Thessia wants to go and assess the state of the mine. And then following that, she intends to show Xenion to the tower and get them settled in.
Yarb.
Orcris wants Thessia to come and help investigate the disused apartment in the Crown that he tracked Other to. And Wither wants to learn about plants. Also, Orcris is supposed to meet Other the following day at the bricked window to treat his hand and hear about something else Other wanted to discuss with him. So, does anyone have a pressing desire to go first?
I am up
Nope.
for whatever. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of like a good order because I don't want.
Well,
yeah.
So, to my recollection, Will, you had your intention was that after you went to the pillar to confer with Orcris and Wither, you were actually going to go check on the site of the mine that same night, were you not?
That is correct because that just seemed
That
like.
sounds like a good, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Given that everything else we just laid out is theoretically a tomorrow or further thing, I suppose just for chronological reasons, it might make the most sense to start there.
Sure. I am fine with this.
All right. Then give me just a moment.
You are good.
Let's
Wants
see.
me to look at my abilities and stuff one more time.
I forgot who I am. Let me take a look. My name is
Oh.
Tehessia.
Tehessia, and I'm one of these betalists. I heard they suck.
These guys stink.
Jeez.
All right.
What's the average on my dice? No, not my
Oh,
dice
no.
rolls. Oh, God.
Oh God. Well, surely I must have money. Oh no.
Well, at least, people are confident in my abilities to...
Oh,
Okay. Oh.
But I can build things.
that is true.
Correct. All right. So, Thessia,
Yeah.
you make your way from Orcris's pillar at the base of the geode,
Mhm.
around toward the deep, back along familiar roads toward your family's mine. The first time you've set foot on this path since that fateful day when your life started to get swept in unpredictable directions. Why don't you just kick us off with a roll to die and describe your mind state heading back into this place?
I think I'll go with Red, and the thing that she remembers most is just like the true exertion that she had to go through, and even then like barely scraped by. Kind of being more aware of her surroundings and of her own body. Kind of also examines her hands again, just remembering when she made the chisel that's now gone, super thin, and it like cut through her hands and all that. And it's
Yeah.
like healed a bit, but she's like, oh, we do not need a repeat of that, especially because I am alone this time.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you make your way along, and before long, you reach the entrance. Let me, The lights are dim. In fact, almost as much illumination is coming from your own body as anything else. And the familiar sounds of digging and excavating and workers chattering among themselves have all been replaced with an uncomfortable silence. This place sounds and feels dead.
I think
Picks were left exactly where they lied. Carts in the same place. So far as you know from your family's affairs, there's been no workers in or out since that day.
Yeah, I think Thessia is going to check out this. I assume this is like an outpost or something like that.
Yeah, this is basically the foreman's office.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna move in quietly. Just to like, one, if by chance there are other people here, I would prefer to have the jump if needed.
Just
but
squatters.
yeah, but
I mean, honestly.
But her other brain space is like, last time she was down here, even though it was deeper, there were stone swimmers, and she wants to be as mindful of her movement as possible to avoid drawing attention, if by chance there are more.
All right. So you're going to just pass through the curtain here, take a look inside?
Yeah. I don't know if there's like an actual map or anything.
There isn't, but I'll describe.
Yeah. I'll just leave myself outside.
Yeah. You poke your head in, and beyond the curtains, the illumination from the patterns on your body is the only light. And so the room is cast in low green light. And you didn't enter this place too many times because you weren't frequently down here surveying the mine in person, but to your recollection, it looks largely as it was left. You notice that there's some basic you set up a desk, some chairs.
Yeah.
There's a small space for discussion for visiting people. The one thing you notice is there were a small number of art pieces and decorative objects in here, and it does appear that those have been taken at some point between then and now. Your family hasn't had the resources to properly guard the site for some time.
That makes sense.
On the desk, you can see the last couple tablets that were being worked over. And at the top of them, the one that was essentially in progress, perhaps complete, perhaps incomplete accounting of those who were lost in the mine accident. It's not a short list.
She'll...
How many names?
A number.
Yeah, a number.
Wow.
Wow, holy shit.
The GM nightmare question right after, what's your name?
Yeah, what's your name? How many? Why?
Where are you from? What street?
Why?
Why?
Oh, I want to go look at these. I want to go look at the books on the bookshelf. Tell me what kind of books these are.
Yeah, what's in the books?
Yeah.
Good job,
I flipped to a
guys.
random page. What does it say?
But
yeah, so
it's a concerning number, though.
It's not necessarily more than you expected, but perhaps more than you hoped. You see 5 names including Laharza's, and 4 others who were not, to your knowledge, workers here. So presumably that's Laharza and his entire party. And discounting them, there's 8 other people on the list who are known or virtually known to be dead, and another 5 who are missing, presumed dead by this point, presumably.
Oof.
Yikes. Okay.
Yeah, not great. I unlikely, but with Laharza dead, I assume that his mines have gone to other family or something of the sort.
So Laharza actually doesn't own mines himself. What he was offering was basically, hey, it turns out I've got extra workers who can serve as miners.
That was the deal.
That I don't need. So if we partner up, you can get more out of your mine, and then we can split some of the additional proceeds.
That was it. Okay, never mind.
But yes, so mines probably not. But yes, it is likely that if he had an heir, that probably all of the property that was under his stewardship has transferred to them. If he didn't, or if the Archon chose to intervene, or someone high up in the government, they could have been taken and redistributed to other nobles.
Yeah, that all checks out. Fair enough. Well, if that's the case, and it doesn't seem like anyone's actually here now or has been recently, I guess I will make my way to the actual mines.
One little fun detail.
Oh, sure.
You can kind of vaguely guesstimate when this might have last been updated, because on the list of, like, status unknown people, your name is there as well.
I was wondering about that, yeah. I think I'll just use a little thaumaturgy, or not thaumaturgy, what the fuck am I talking about? Fail, and I'll just wipe my name off and just leave.
I see a black mage.
Yeah. Actually, thaumaturgy, if you're talking D&D, is usually more like a druid or cleric ability.
That's actually a cantrip spell, but you don't have any levels in cleric, so unless you take the magic initiate...
That's for us.
Yeah. Just, I mean, I'm making fun of myself.
That one's free, chatter.
I play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm only making fun of myself. So you head on into the mine, and let me know, what are you kind of hoping to get out of this visit? What are you looking to learn or accomplish here as you survey?
My mission here is to examine to what extent the cave-ins are, figure out if it is easy or not, maybe not easy, but like reasonable to clear out using Thale, because like she'll stay here the whole night if that's what it takes to like help her family. And maybe while here, try to gauge if it's even worth getting. Like, is this mine profitable? Because if she is going to spend time and effort trying to get this thing up and running, we also need to confirm that it's even worth doing, because we don't want to get all these workers lined up and make all these promises and then Betalist to be even further in the hole for no reason.
Okay. Well, those seem like pretty straightforward and logical questions. So I think if you're going to add an attribute onto a roll here, it ought to be your blue.
Okay. Then if that's the case, I will drop my swing. Let's see here. Should I roll to die first?
I don't think so. I think here, because you were in red, if that's the thrust of what you're doing here tonight, then I think you'll need to roll with that blue. You'll get the +1.
Oh, okay. I actually just dropped my swing entirely. So
yeah, no. I mean, so you drop your red, correct? Because if you're gonna roll, you wouldn't be able to use the red swing for this.
Got it. All right. So here I will do this.
Okay. Let's see. You had a couple questions there.
Really
showing my
busting up
Thessia.
really showing that average.
I will, let me start
Never
with
forget
this.
who you are.
So you had several questions you were looking to answer. Pick one that you want to get the best information towards, and the others you will get less or possibly none.
Yeah. I guess with this, how viable is it to begin the process of like clearing how viable is it to begin the process of clearing out some of these cave-ins if it's just me using Thale?
If it's you using Thale, you could probably start, if you stayed closer to the surface, you could probably open up some of the tunnels that had collapsed before, or that you had previously just, like, barely carved a little path through so that you could enter when you came in here before.
Mm-hmm.
And you could free up a few of the veins that are closer to the entrance. It would take a larger scale and more prolonged effort to truly reclaim the further reaches of the mine, which is where a lot of the remaining wealth is.
But we could at least get the ball rolling.
You could probably, yes.
Okay.
And I'm also curious, how deep are you interested in checking? And are you going to retrace your steps or not?
I think she is actually going to retrace her steps because she is curious what all has happened in the region that she was most familiar with before it all went down. And I think she will go as far as it feels, quotation marks, safe to.
Okay.
And even if we do approach that more dangerous line, she'll want to like kind of study it and be like, all right, is it worth the risk to like explore this further?
Okay. Thessia, you squeeze through barriers, widening them just a little where you can, and find yourself tracing that same route deeper. No urgency this time, instead just a sort of sense of foreboding, and a bit of tightness in your chest as you contemplate how much worse things could have ended that day. You have a mother who is still alive, and that was far from guaranteed the last time you passed through here. And that tightness in your chest, the further you go, it starts to feel a little... At first, it seems to stem from the circumstances under which you were here before, but it stays with you, and it starts to intensify as you get closer and closer to the place where you remember falling. To the point that it feels like maybe there's more to it than just memory. It feels like you feel yourself tugged a little, like you're torn between wanting to the sort of anxiety making you want to turn back and anticipation wanting to draw you forward. Do you press on?
Yes.
All right. The last flickering light is in front of you, and you approach the chasm.
Oh, is it all breath?
There's a sort of mournful, faint howling from far this way, there must be some circuitous route by which the breath continues to drift in from the exterior of the plateau, rolling toward this space and tumbling into it, forming a sort of an inlet and a lake of sorts in the space that you fell what feels like a lifetime ago now.
I'm gonna roll to die. Blue is technically higher. Well, this is certainly accessible. She's been wanting a way to gain access to the breath for a little bit. Not ideal, though, for workers. This is a hard sales pitch.
Indeed. This would certainly be a safety hazard, to put it mildly.
Just put up a rope.
I mean, yeah. Like, we
Fuck it,
definitely...
just a rope.
That's the bare minimum. If I'm understanding, this is also the path in which we would need to go in order to actually, like, go to where we might be able to get some real material.
The deepest loads, indeed, would be further down the mine tunnels, one of which now is certainly a no-go, the other of which theoretically is accessible, but not without crossing this space.
I suppose... My immediate thought is... That's not the one I want.
Oh, also remember to turn off the text-to-talk thing if you can.
Text to talk?
You mean the camera move to people who talk?
That should be off already.
Okay.
But
Just double checking.
that is a good reminder. Let me get rid of this. Okay. Yeah, because, like... Is that feasible? Obviously not in one go. But to...
What are you thinking?
Is it feasible to use Thale to start making a tunnel that can reach to here? Because at least then it would not be immediately trying, because like we're not gonna try and make a bridge over this. I'm not gonna ask people like, hey, I know the bridge is a little rickety and there are piranhas and crocodiles. It's fine though. I made it myself. I won't go, but I know it's fine. But I feel
also,
like
I'm your boss, so you have to.
Right. But I feel like if I made a tunnel like this, it would be a much easier sell.
That is not a small amount of work, but certainly one you could accomplish given time.
Yeah. That's probably the best course of action. Because, like, at least that'll lead to the opening that will... Because, I mean, what? I guess I could very technically start digging over here and be like, well, I hope this leads to riches. It's like, that's just not viable.
It's that one meme of the guy turning away just before he gets to diamonds.
Yeah, like, honestly. The other thing that I'm really interested by is that this pit is deep. Like, this went hundreds of feet down. And the fact that the breath is, like, pooled up here is very interesting to Thessia.
Yeah, it's without jumping down in there, it would be hard to judge whether further the continuing quakes following your initial fall have reshaped some of this. Because at the time, you ended up taking a tumble down here, you hit the wall, you fell a lot, and you ended up in another part that eventually led back to the place where you created the hole. So possibly this does fill all the way down there. Possibly it's filtering out somewhere else. But yeah, a visual investigation is tricky for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But for sure, it is at least a sizable pool.
Well, I think one of the first things I'm going to try is I'm going to grab some stone and use Thale to essentially make a miniature stone canister.
Like a little cylinder with a hollow segment.
Yeah, and then obviously also have a little stone segment that I can like pop on top.
That you can hop on pop.
Precisely. You catch on quick.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll to do to invoke your rune. Okay. Yeah, you take a small rock and hollow it out, distend it to widen it and thin its edges. It's still quite heavy as a container goes. It's certainly much heavier than a comparably sized, say, porcelain or pottery urn. But yeah, you're able to create an object of about the dimensions that you're looking for.
Great. Thessia's going to try something a little strange. We're going to see how well this works. She is going to once again use the Rune of Thale. And I'm going to fully inscribe because I actually can get a little bonus on those sorts of rolls.
Yes.
And she's going to make Thale essentially, I guess the best way to describe it is have like a little, essentially cup holder almost, extend outwards, and then use Thale to move that down into the fog. Let it fill up and then raise it back up because she does not want to touch this. That's not wise.
Okay. All right. An interesting little operation. This is pretty much still part of executing your same plan, so I'm not gonna make you roll again.
Oh, sure.
Instead, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little difficulty class here.
Sure. All right.
Yeah, you get what you want. You inscribe the rune carefully at the edge here, set your makeshift container down, and basically lower the stone underneath it until it vanishes into the darkness, and then slowly invert the motion, call the stone back up, and scoop it up as it approaches the edge. And indeed, you can see you've got basically a small little container of the killing fog here.
I will put my little
It rises up with a little.
Yeah. She's gonna like put it near her ear. She wants to hear or listen to by chance of like she hears anything come from the fog itself.
You listen carefully, and sort of in the moment that you concentrate on it, you feel as though you can hear a brief and you listen longer and you hear nothing else to the point that you wonder if you even imagined that.
If that is the case, I will put my little stone cap on, use Thale to like meld them together because I don't want this shit leaking out casually as I'm walking. And since I am here, I am gonna make a massive Rune of Thale. And I am going to try and... So here's the crazy thing I could do, Esthesia.
Oh?
I just got breath.
A crazy thing, Esthesia? Go
No way.
on.
Here's the
No,
crazy
Bat my
thing.
eyelashes.
So the psycho thing I could do is I just got breath. And if I need to make a tunnel quickly... I mean... No one else is down here to get hurt
That you know of.
that I know of.
Nobody else is down here.
Orcra sweating in the background.
Nobody else is down here.
Well, there is something that might in some extent affect your decision
Sure.
here. You come on over here to inspect the site of your prospective tunnel to free up access to the deeper reaches of the mines. And walking in here, you can see it looks like this place was near the, or at least an epicenter of the seismic activity that roiled the mine. And as you
cracks.
Yeah, you move over to the wall and begin inspecting, looking for a good spot. And there's something here that ought not be here, as far as you know.
Is it Schminky?
We
It
all
is
remember
Schminky.
Schminky, right, from episode 2?
Oh, yeah. Classic
You know.
beginning of the end character, Schminky, up to his
Buffco.
old tricks.
Come on, Buffco, Yoinky?
Bupco and, Bupco and, was it Yoinky
it-
or Sploinky? I can't.
It's remnants of Schminky.
Oh,
Schminky in the brain.
right. Okay. Bessia, here in the corner, well out of normal sight,
Oh shit, that's the
There-
Shrinky theme.
there were stone swimmers about when you came here, and so you didn't really get a chance to inspect this area closely the last time you were here. But you can see here, at the epicenter of the destruction that racked this place, on the wall, in chalk, is a small inscribed rune of Thale.
That
Oh.
motherfucker.
Oh, interesting. Okay, and I assume it's probably like over here somewhere, right? With like,
Yeah, it's not exactly where you were going, but yes, it is in this small reach of tunnel.
he did it. Who is he, Oz?
Fucking other. Because he had chalk on him.
Interesting.
Hmm. How old does it look?
I mean, it must be from the same day that everything went to shit.
It's difficult to judge the age because it's been heavily caked in dust from the rockfall around here. But it's certainly, yeah, no, that's about all you can say, is that it does not look as though it has been just put here.
When people use runes and they use chalk,
Mhm.
they don't just like use it once and then throw it away. Like it's a pen, essentially. You want to hang on to it because it is a useful tool.
Yeah, I mean, a chalk stick is good for as long as it has more chalk on it. So typically, yes, you would hold on to it. Chalk is typically how most rune-touched inscribe their runes. Users of Thale with their natural ability to influence stone sometimes are able to just make a very small invocation to create the rune and then use that as a springboard to whatever they wanted to do with it. And you have it even easier because you have your claws, and until recently you had your diamond chisel, which is hard enough to scrawl on most other rock. But yeah, chalk is still used by some shapers, and it is very commonly used by other rune-touched.
Bessia wants to try something very strange.
Oh?
Chalk is stone, essentially. Like it's just, you know.
Yes, it is mineral.
I want to use the distance rune to connect with the origin chalk, or try to. Because
That's
she's
quite something.
I know. I'm basically asking, can I jump to the moon if I roll high enough? But Thessia's idea is when she made those little like stones with a spider on it, it felt like it helped a little bit in like connecting.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's wondering, again, she hasn't mastered this rune, and this is a total crapshoot, but she's like, I need to at least try.
I get what you're going for. Go ahead and make a roll to do. I'll let you keep blue for this.
Maybe I drop blue and just try to roll wild and try and get a little higher on that.
You could also do that, yeah. Or I mean, you could drop your swing. You'd still roll with blue, I think, but you could roll without the swing locked in if you wanted to shoot for a higher number on the d6.
That sounds better. I'm gonna do a d6, and I'm gonna also like do the inscribed thing so I can get my little extra d6 to like boost it. So here's this. Couldn't at least be in that one. Couldn't at least be in that one.
Two, the most useless number.
Jesus. That's it. Come on, honey. I know it was a long shot, but I would have at least liked to have rolled a little higher. Okay.
Yeah, you try and reach out with the power that way and find it frustratingly unresponsive. It's annoying when you were just making progress only hours ago, and here, now that there's something very important you want to try to learn, it is not cooperating.
Hmm.
Trying to think of something I can give you off of this, whether good or bad. That's not just, you try it, it doesn't work, fuck you.
Right.
Let me see. Something interesting to come off of that.
Yeah, I guess you try it. It doesn't work.
I think. Let's see. The 8. Yeah. You scribe Teominos' rune here alongside Thale and try to use that to reach out from this chalk inscription to its source, and with your hand pressed against the wall, you think and you try and strain yourself so much. When you finally release your hand, having not gotten the sense you were looking for, you've kind of smudged it on the wall a little, so now it will be very, very hard to tell anything else about what this marking was or when it was made. I'm away with a fine film of chalk on your hand.
Thessia just kind of like glares at it for a long while. She is racking her brain and thinking, Baetalus is already down. Who would want to just wipe them out entirely? Because it's not like we're in the way of anything. Like we're basically on our way out the door anyways.
You're kind of in the way now.
Now I am. But when this happened, not so much.
Fuck, I was muted. When this happened, it's kind of implied that this was back when the shit hit the fan. You guys weren't exactly in dire straits yet. You were still on the board, and kind of seems like there must have been something here that they needed you to not access.
Yeah, but who's they?
The killer.
The killer. You've always got to be ready for him.
You've got to be ready for the killer.
Mm-hmm. Well, think about it. Who's always been against your family? The Pleiocaios, of course. But then...
That seems too obvious.
It seems too obvious.
And
yes.
and despite the rivalry that I have with Krayatar and whatnot,
it's friendly as hell.
It's fairly friendly, and even he was like, "Whoa, this is getting bad." Like,
Then again, I chip this in as the GM in character. Just I'm assuming Thessia's thoughts are roughly tracking with your own. Then again, he did show up real fucking fast, ready to help.
That is
It's
true.
something that you haven't had much time to dwell on, but an unresolved perhaps question.
I mean, he would have the finances to buy out a rune user or rune touched if needed.
You're right, it's him. Let's kill him.
I've changed my mind. Not too obvious, just obvious enough.
No,
Does Thessia know of any other enemies her family could have?
I mean, off the top of my head, not immediately.
I think Etria's shit is more against you in particular than
Yeah.
your family.
Your family.
Yeah. But even then, like, we didn't have this beef until I made the hole.
Yeah.
Yes, you can't really think of any reason you know of why Etria would have had any particular interest in you or your family prior to this incident. You don't really have much in the way of personal rivalries at the College of Shapers, but your family has a long history there, and it's undeniably true that your grandfather has personal bridges burned with some people there.
Yeah. I guess
Could
if
be
they-
old blood.
And of course, one of the perils of being a noble is that sometimes people you don't even think of as enemies, you've managed to slight in ways you didn't even realize at the time, and they
Yeah.
can nurse those grudges for a long, long time. So it's not impossible that some family other than just the Palaya Kaios wanted to sabotage the Betalis family.
Do recall there was that one smarmy motherfucker who tried to give you a gift for your grandfather. Thinking back on it now, that was probably poison.
Yeah. I forgot.
No, you're
about
wrong.
that
It
kid.
was poisson. It was fish
Plus
liver oil.
fish.
Poisson.
Dude, do you know how fucking like you in Scon? There's got to be like a really bad issue with like no omega-3.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why we're all crazy.
Yeah.
I think. Oh man. I think what Thessia's gonna do then is she's now distracted because now this is like all that's on her brain is like, who would go for that, right? And is it by chance actually the Palaikaios family? She's going to place a rune on the wall. And she is going to begin making this tunnel with... I think, you know what? I'm actually gonna roll to die.
It's
Nope.
giving you a very it's really suggestive.
The whole time she is just running through names and reasons while she's like working with Thale. She's shut everything else out. Everything is going into, yeah, it's almost like she knows this is going to be a like repetitive and probably annoying task. So part of it is like, we're going to lock in and also just think about this in the background of like, what's the gain? And if anything, what it might also make her think is, does someone know how valuable these mines are that we didn't reach yet? And that also kind of gives her a little push to like make this go better or work faster and harder.
Harder, better, faster, and stronger.
Yeah,
In that order.
in that order.
Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and start using Thale to make the tunnel, and to I guess finalize the briefly raised psycho idea from before. Are you going to have a sippy first, or are you gonna do it regular?
I Fuck it. We'll sippy.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
baby. Oh,
That-
baby,
that's
a
the-
triple.
Thessia's like, I want to get this done. And if I can really hone in on the breath and make it work for me every single time, we will be in business. And
You know, for a teacher, she sure doesn't know how to learn.
no, but here's the problem though, is the second time it worked way better than expected. So right now to her, it's a coin flip, baby.
It's a coin flip. Yeah. If you look at the odds, either it will go good or it will go bad. So it's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah. At this point in time,
All right. So you what do you do with the breath that you've gathered up exactly?
I think what she'll do is once she's got the rune in place, she'll set 2 hands on the rune, and then she will make another rune on the top of the canister and use Thale to like essentially make a straw almost. And then she is going to throw her head back and just inhale as much as she can in one go.
Okay.
Take a bong hit off of the...
Bong hits for Jesus. You inscribe the top of your makeshift container and slowly raise a segment up to about head height, and then in one swift motion you shape the stone away from the top. It rises out, and you draw in as deep a breath as you can manage, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to do 2 things mechanically.
Sure.
So you are going to get a result of your initial, what you're trying to do here, which is to make a tunnel to connect over to that mine tunnel. You're basically going to get a result as if you had rolled a crit 20 as far as invoking the rune to that purpose.
Sure.
And you are going to get a result as if you had rolled a crit 1. So what you're going to need to do here is you're going to make me a follow-up roll to do against this DC.
Okay.
Hmm.
Because I'm using the rune, do I add my little D6 to it or whatever?
This roll is not actually to use the rune. This roll is basically to remain in control. So
Got it.
This one you will get your swing, but no extra thing. Okay. So
Does this at least feed into consumptive visions?
it does, yes.
Okay.
Because you have basically just induced the result that would potentially come out of you if you had nat 1'd on your actual roll. Here, we'll look for a music that'll go good for this.
And I just so you know, I do have this equipped, so I
Yes,
can
yes.
move
So you have
something.
options. You have options. Let's see. No, that's more like chase theme.
Hi,
We're looking, actually, how about
I think Thessia is my most reckless character.
Oh, certainly.
huh?
As my brain is exploding, I flip through my Zune.
Yeah. God, get an iPod.
I'm a
All right.
Betalist. You think I can buy that shit?
Yeah. Okay. So. So we're going to go with this as if you had rolled a 1, and based on how your consumptive visions goal or your gift flaw works, let me read this out so everyone knows. So, you nat 1 while rolling blue to invoke your rune. Should you accept this, your head burns with an otherworldly fever, so hot that it feels like it might reduce your mind, your memories, and your sense of self to ash. It's all you can do to write, to carve, to shout over the conflagration, the things you hope to still remember. When the fires have finally died down, you've exposed a secret to someone you'd never have wanted to know it.
Oh.
Is that going to happen, or are you going to wound out your blue?
If I wound out my blue, does that not progress to the level up? 'Cause
Let's see, suffer a loss of control with each of your attributes. Yeah, you may hold off the loss of control by wounding out the blue. So no, you would have to actually accept this occurring.
Okay. I guess I will.
So I guess mechanically, it's do you want to try and progress this gift, or are you going to live with this just being an occasional annoyance?
We might as well try to level up this gift.
All right. Then Thessia, you draw in that deep breath, and your head snaps back, and your hands already on the stone in front of you feel as though they simply meld into it. They're no longer part of your body. You lean forward, and your arms start to merge into it as well, and then the rest of yourself as you press down and in. And then you realize, no, it's not that they're not part of my body anymore. It's that my body is all of this. I am the cave. Just to form a tunnel here, that's as easy as flicking a strand of hair away from my face. You would walk forward, but you no longer have legs or feet. Instead, you simply extend the presence of your mind forward, and the tunnel is swept into existence, not even with a flick of your wrist, with simply a flick of your will. And as the stone rushes aside, that's where your body was supposed to be, but it's not there. Where is it? Where are you? And you start to, a little bit of panic starts to creep in as your mind seemingly floats in this place, untethered. Let me see. This is the reveal a secret one. Interesting. Well, let me ask you, Thessia.
Sure.
Or let me ask you, Will. What do you think is the secret Thessia would least like someone else to know?
Least like.
Ooh.
Well, the least is also the one I would really hate for consequences to follow up on. I mean, that she is consuming breath. Like, how do you explain that to people?
And who is someone you'd never have wanted to know that you were doing this? I have ideas of my own, but I'm happy to accept nominations from you as a collaborative process.
God.
Gosh, probably mom.
Mummy.
Mom would not be great. I think well, you know what? I'm in blue. Because from an emotional standpoint, yeah, it would definitely be family, right? Except for her grandpa. Because grandpa's
Except for
like,
grandpa, who's like,
grandpa's like, yeah, huff,
you're like,
huff
oh,
that.
okay, yeah,
It
that
would just be
sounds
like,
cool.
based, TBH.
Honestly. TBH, Thessia Betalis, honestly. Come on, girl, stop. It would probably be either a rival like house such as like Palaikaios or something like that, or even like Ninarel.
I was thinking Ninarel myself, just because you know that the thing she least approves of about you is your recklessness, and this is maybe one of the most
This is
unnecessary
literally
risks you've ever taken.
The dean of your college finding out that you casually drop fentanyl on the weekends.
Yeah.
But it gives me powers.
Fentanyl does do that if you're lucky.
Does it?
If you're lucky.
Do not
Yeah, it's just-
misinform the public.
It's just like real life. We do not condone these. We are not,
That shit's not
beginning to
real.
end does not support the messages conveyed by. Okay. Do you want to go with Ninarel?
Sure. Because why not give her more reasons to be mad at me?
Okay. I think I can imagine a scenario for the result of this. But I feel like it might be fun to let it stew for a bit.
Sure. I've had a long time on screen. I should like wallow in my consequences. I gotta say, Thessia, honey, we gotta roll better. This is Jesus, man.
Yeah,
Things could be
Thessia,
better.
you try to find yourself, and it's so dark here as the stone. You wonder how stone puts up with it.
Yeah.
And your consciousness seeks the light above, and it starts to rise, and it wells up as a wonderful feeling within you. It reminds you of that first time when, for a moment, all of Skan was in the palm of your hand, and you drew the spires of the Lyceum high, high above the clouds. And once again, the instinct draws you up. And you swim upwards, bodiless, unanchored, untethered, no longer chained down. Elsewhere, the
Orcris,
following day.
I think I'm gonna be late to checking out that place.
Where the hell is she?
Dude, I'm high AF right now.
Come to work drunk? Wow, SMH. Hangover. SMH, SMH.
Yeah, I think, do we want to go Orcris meeting with other?
Yeah, I could do that.
Sure.
See what comes out of that. All right.
Boys' night.
Let's go with this. Okay. Orcris. The following day, in the late morning, you return through the city to the bricked window. And do you, I guess I shouldn't just assume, because you do like to, you do have your wiles and your clever ways. Are you doing any fuck shit here, or are you just gonna go in and meet the guy?
Oh no, I'm definitely fuck shitting.
Okay.
I'm gonna pay a couple of guys to stand outside the door just in case I want this guy to be beaten up in a bar fight.
Okay. And anything else?
Obviously, I'll have nothing to do with that.
Of course. What's your instruction to that? Like, are you just telling them
I'll
beat
give
this
them a
guy's
signal.
ass, or are you gonna wait to decide whether or not you want them to beat his ass?
I'll give them a signal.
Okay. Let me make sure I've got some guys ready in case it comes to that. Let's see. Yeah, we can go with, like, that, and... Sure, go with that. Okay. And then are you going to go in and look for him or wait for him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I've given you secret men, and let's go ahead and check this out. How about... let's see. Maybe one of these? It's a little too jaunty.
Let the boys jaunt, Aram.
This works, okay. Okay. So Orcris, having slipped some some gifts to a few likely lads, big, strong, burly men. You have them lurk perhaps outside in case you should decide to employ their services. And oh, here, let me go. Whoops, sorry, didn't mean to flip you. Let me go ahead and de-swing you there.
Oh shit, he a handsome person now.
Oh no.
Yeah, you enter, and you can see the barkeep is cleaning the mugs over at his little station. There's a handful of people just chilling throughout the tavern, and at the north end of the bar. Everyone say congratulations, the first generic icon to get promoted to real boy.
I love that his skin texture is like a koi fish.
Yeah.
Ah, Orcris. Nice to see you again.
Likewise. How's the hand?
It could be better, to be honest.
He kind of shifts slightly uncomfortably on his stool and slips his arm out from under his cloak and extends it to you, and you can see that it doesn't look like the wound has been infected or anything, but it looks a slightly worse for the wear, like he's been using the hand, or the skin's been stretched a little, and so the initial cut is like a little fucked up now.
Been keeping busy?
Don't have much choice, I'm afraid. You know how that is, I'm sure.
Well, you should rest your hand if you have any hope of it getting better before some sort of infection takes in.
Well, with your herbalism, perhaps you could do something to help me out there?
I can do nothing for a patient who won't help themselves. I do have some medicines that I brought. Apply this balm twice a day, once when you wake up, before going to bed.
He takes it from you and examines it briefly, but not in a way that suggests he necessarily has any particular expertise, and nods and slips it into his pack.
Like I said, try not to use the hand too much.
I'll do my best. I do appreciate it, though.
Of course. It's the least I could do for my behavior when first we met.
Well, it was a tense situation. I have to give you that. And you could have done worse in that moment, so I consider myself lucky on the whole.
Yes. Well, As a fellow busy man,
Yes, I suppose I shouldn't waste your time.
no, that's not what I was getting at.
Oh,
I do a lot of work for a lot of different people. But one thing that I always do, one thing that I always make sure, is that I'll never be seen doing work against some of the other people that I'm currently doing work for. I have certain methods that I use to take assurances that that won't be an issue.
methods like Galden, I suppose.
Yes. That's one. Others would be keeping myself well informed of who I'm working for, of who I'm working with. And doing the utmost to make sure that one stream does not cross another. Do
I
you
see.
have similar methods of assurance?
He kind of leans back a little and ponders the question.
If I can be perfectly honest, I think you may be more practiced at this kind of thing than I am, or at least more meticulous about it. But if it would reassure you at all, I can certainly tell you that I'm not knowingly working against any of your interests or those of your companions. So, you shouldn't be
Knowingly.
running afoul of any of your allies by associating with me, I hope. At least, it's not my intention to make that the case.
Good. I'm happy to hear that. Regardless, the word knowing is carrying a lot of weight there. I like to be sure.
Well, if you're feeling inclined, if there's anywhere, well, if there's any other people, any other parties you want me to avoid running afoul of, that you just want to lay out for me, I'm happy to take those under advisement.
I'm more interested in your other clients.
Ah,
Now I know that secrecy is paramount in our line of work. Confidence is not easily gained. Sometimes we have to make sacrifices to gain the confidence of others. Sometimes it means potentially sacrificing the confidence of one to gain the confidence of another, which seems... it could seem a bit hypocritical. And yet, it is that sort of hypocrisy that can keep us safer in our day-to-day. Take it from a veteran in our line of work.
Are you suggesting that it might be wise of me in this moment to betray the confidence of a client in order to gain yours?
That is exactly what I'm suggesting.
I see. Well,
And so, it falls upon you to decide whose confidence is more valuable. I would just remind you that there are greater forces in this world than money.
money is of no interest to me, so you won't have any difficulty convincing me of that. Well, there's a simple answer, Master Orcrus. I only have one client, really. That client, however, has a considerable number of enemies. And so... I almost feel as though picking over the enemies might be the simpler option, because those are the people that I very much have been crossing. What do you think?
I have one client.
You call yourself a veteran. I would call myself... maybe old-fashioned? Simple.
Hard to get your alliances tangled. Hard to get your allegiances tangled when you are only loyal to one. I understand.
That's my hope, anyway.
And yet, we have put quite a bit of faith in you. A bit of our own confidence.
I recognize that, and I appreciate it. He swirls his drink a little bit and takes a sip.
You understand, I am only doing this for the continued benefit of my allies. They can be overly trusting.
Yes, that's true.
Rest assured, I am not.
Oh, I think I've gotten a first-hand demonstration of that.
You will find, however, that once I am an ally, I am as stalwart as any knight. Knights, there's probably a better word for it.
No, I've heard. From across the fog, right?
Yes.
I envy you, having seen all that you've seen.
If you had seen what I have seen, then perhaps you would not. Scon stands so bright, a beacon in that long and lonely fog. That fog hides things, terrible things.
Master Orcrus, what I can tell you is this, and I hope that it will suffice to clarify where we stand with one another. I want the best for Thessia Batalis. As long as you want the best for her as well, you needn't worry that we'll ever be at cross purposes.
I would like to, I don't know, insight check.
Yeah. I get where you're coming from. That makes sense. Yeah, go ahead and let's see. How do I want to do this? Who's dying? He's dying. I was gonna say when you
depends on how this depends on how this insight check works out.
on the when Will commented on the new icon, I was thinking earlier, being like, no, he's the first generic to get promoted to a real icon, and if you want to do the funniest thing ever, kill him right now.
Right now.
Yeah, why be dedicated to me?
Oh, just
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and give me a roll to do, or I'll let you roll to die first, if you would like, depending on, to clarify your own headspace. Are you playing nice? Are you playing mean?
I'm playing nice.
Play nice for now. All right.
It's a good roll.
And
I gave him medicine. And it is medicine.
then I'm gonna
Until I truth it into poison.
oh my god. No matter what, the house always wins.
I love with Orcris, you have to like reassure, like, no, this time it is.
This time I'm not killing it. Let me. Okay, yeah. So that's gonna be this plus. Oh, there's not actually a good way to do that with the macro. All right, I'll just do it manually. It's not a big deal. Okay, so he's gonna roll to die. And that's gonna also, yeah, he has a gift that applies here.
Ooh.
That means he gets to double whatever he rolled on his blue for the roll to die. So that's actually a 22 roll to die.
Holy shit.
So yeah, you weigh.
I disagree.
Yeah, I disagree. How so?
I'm utilizing the truth.
Okay, so you're going to make him fail this roll to die. You haven't actually
Correct.
done your own roll to do first, so you can do that. Maybe you.
You know what? Maybe I'll get it without having.
Yeah,
to
you
spend
can
this.
roll. You can beat a 22. You need to roll a 15 or better, but.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and let's do that.
Okay.
Easy.
God, I wish that was me.
Easy. Espez.
It's okay. Just get a gift that will enable you to automatically succeed, and then you'll just start doing it when you don't need to.
I have one that lets me re-roll, but then things get worse.
Yeah.
Did you love to gamble in D&D?
We can't have all the things we want. All right, Orcaris, you weigh the words that just left his mouth. And you get 2 insights out of this. First, Other is a rather practiced liar. He is not as good of a liar as you, because you are like actually, clinically insane in literal ways that make it easier for you to get away with. But he is pretty.
It's lying is easy. All you have to do is believe that you're telling the truth.
He is a very good liar. His face is and has remained at very flat with just a very faint hint of a smile the whole time. His posture is relaxed, almost deadened as he sits here. He looks you straight in the eyes as he speaks. He does not look away, no matter what. All habits that you note of people who are naturally talented and or practiced at it. However, You are confident you've seen through his attempts to be unreadable here, and he actually he is not as cold about this as he is trying to present himself here. He believes what he has just told you. He is not attempting to deceive you, and it is something that is quite significant to him. He has been perhaps more sincere than he intended to give away that he was even being.
Okay.
Hum-de-dum-de-doo.
Okay. I'm happy with that. Well then. If it is the truth that you sincerely want what is best for Thessia of House Baetalus, then I see no reason for us to quarrel.
I'm glad you think that as well.
I reach out to shake his uninjured hand.
Yeah, he doesn't even really hesitate. He reaches out and shakes your hand.
And I stab that hand.
Ah! I
Now
stab
I've got
both
you.
of our hands.
Blood
I
pact.
yeah.
5-finger fillet.
10-finger.
Yeah. To that end, if you're willing to indulge me a little further, I did have a request of you.
I'm willing to hear you out.
I am led to understand that you're a druggist of some stripe, an apothecary. Is that right?
That's correct.
Do you perhaps have anything in supply that can muddle the memories, that can induce a person to forget or at least have difficulty recalling, making sense of recent events?
I do. I smile.
Arcus twirls his hair.
I have need of such a thing. Well, I could make do without it, but without something like that, I'll have a much more unpleasant choice to make in the near future. And I'm a bit of a coward in that regard. I would much rather have an easy way out.
I'll get it to you. Free of charge.
Ah, I appreciate that. The sort of the stone face slips a little and he shifts a bit uncomfortably. In that case, well, thank you very much. May I also ask that you get it to me as soon as possible? This is a time-sensitive problem I've created for myself, I fear.
Well. Yes, I can have it delivered to you.
Very good. I can point you to a dead drop from which I can retrieve it later, if that's amenable.
That works just fine.
Excellent. You've spared me a great deal of trouble in that case, and even if you say you're not interested in payment, please let me know if I can return the favor.
I have no issue when it comes to helping my good friends.
He smiles. Well, that's a load off my mind in that case. I can take a bit of leisure and finish my drink for once.
Just understand when it comes to things like this. There's no guarantee what memories will be muddled, only that they are recent.
I wouldn't have expected a perfect solution. But I'm willing to trust my luck this time.
Luck is the point where preparation meets opportunity.
Say the funny line, Orcris! Yay!
Say the line, Orcris! Well, at least let me order you a drink then, before if you are indeed a busy man, you're heading out.
I will be shortly, yes. And like I said, stay off the hand.
I will do so.
You seem to do a handstand.
He just
Damn
slaps
it.
his hand down on the table and gnaws at it like a dog.
Barkeep!
I told you. I gave you one thing to do. Yeah.
You had one job!
Yeah, I'll take my drink and yep.
Okay, and just to check, are you gonna have your guys beat his ass?
No.
Like, the vibe seems like no, but predicting Orcris is a mug's game, so I figured I
Well,
should check.
The
I'll have
sad
them
result.
beat my ass.
Yeah, the sad result is that someone's going to need to be beaten tonight just so that he gets his jimmies, because Orcris
So,
really needs it.
I was ready to watch somebody get beaten. And so now, what am I gonna do?
So I mean,
What am I going to do with the rest of my evening?
The fucked up thing is we do have I'm trying to blank on his name. Xenion's fake teacher was also at the bar, and it would
Yeah,
have been
I see him right there. I was like, oh well.
because my brain's basically it'd be so funny if you're like, well, Orcris doesn't know who that guy is. It's like, yeah, don't beat up the guy I said.
Just kill
that
that
one.
guy.
Just
Yeah,
that
just get
guy.
that guy.
Just get that guy. Like I don't.
That guy looks annoying.
Oh, hello. Ah!
Ah!
No! This is the last thing I wanted to happen.
Thessia, I need your help. Not now. No.
Where am I?
A group of gangsters beat up my teacher.
He's not your.
I need you to
teacher.
find their leader.
Perhaps a couple-minute break for bathroom and such?
Yes,
Sure.
sir.
Sure.
I could use
I'll
one
just
personally.
Sit here and drink this Gatorade
And-
live
and I
on
think-
stream.
And if we're coming back with Wither, are we coming, which I assume we're doing since we've seen the other two, are we coming back with plant lessons?
Sure, if you want to.
And are you starting plant lessons with Orcris?
If he wants to.
I'll join.
Okay.
Okay.
I know. I'm a plant guy. I know a lot about plants.
Come on up, Elucard. Join the plant jam.
All right, we'll be back in a minute then.
Yeah.
You can do it, buddy. Come on. It's not that big of a jump. There you go. You made it work.
Wow. So talented.
He's so talented. He perfected his double jump this weekend.
Whoa.
Wow.
Mm.
Wait, your cat can
Nice.
double.
Yeah. He's Alucard. He can double jump and he can also walk on
He can
ceilings.
he can backdash.
He can backdash. He can turn into mist to pass through small entrances. I spent all of today thinking it was Friday and stressing over something I thought I had to do.
Foolish.
That's
And I
rough.
just realized I don't have to do it, so now I'm happy.
Hooray.
Yay!
Arr.
Rawr.
I hope Aram shows us some weed.
Probably.
Show me rockweed.
Rockweed?
What
That's
do
just
rocks?
dust.
What weed does rock smoke?
Charcoal.
Mmm. Your eyes turn all red and shit.
you
You're like,
start crying sand.
I smoked charcoal and now
And now my lungs. That's like some Morrowind shit, actually.
hmm
That's why they all sound like that.
Hey, Outlander,
Outlander, I got the good shit.
take a hit of this.
You're not supposed to hold it in your mouth.
Stop! You violated the law!
Now in Morrowind, it's more like that's his God-given right. It's part of our scripture.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
Hey.
Who all is up right now?
I'm back.
Nobody,
I'm
I
up.
guess.
Oh, by up I meant away, but I see that you're
Oh.
here.
The
I
answer's
thought you meant
nobody.
up as in on and ready to
Yeah, yeah.
go.
Who's up? Who's up? Who all up ending their beginning?
Of the end.
Yeah.
See, this is what I meant. We have like 4 jokes in this game, and they're all very versatile.
All right. So I guess let's ask then. What venue do you think for the plant lesson? Is Wither just gonna come over to Orcris's house after school, or is Orcris gonna go to the sanctuary? Or are you gonna meet up somewhere and have a field trip?
My garden is upstairs.
Oh, true. Yeah, we actually haven't gotten to see that floor very much.
Where I keep
Oh.
my father.
Hmm.
I'll just put a curtain over him.
It's fine.
Yeah, I guess that works. I think Wither would at some point like to be outside doing this as well.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's probably better. I don't want people to see my dad. It's embarrassing.
So embarrassing.
So embarrassing.
Oh, Dad, you
Dad.
always do this.
You always do this.
You make everything about yourself just because you're fucking dying.
I fell out of bed.
Okay. Well, I have a number of maps that could work, and of course we can do a background as well if it's somewhere else. Do you have any inkling where in the city you might want to go? I guess I'll ask. This is mainly directed at Oz, though. Of course, Austin, you can suggest as well.
If there is a map you haven't used yet and you are proud of.
Oh, you know,
That has
actually, I can
flowers.
think of a neat one.
Whoa.
Just a prison cell with Thessia in it.
Yeah, finally.
We just teleport back to the
And here we
dungeon.
have the
Just
end.
a high res illustration of Thessia in jail.
Big wobbly, watery eyes. 3 hands on the bars, one of which is like filing the bars.
Yeah.
There
All
would.
Starts eating it.
Okay, let me drop you guys here then. That'll be fun.
Yay. I love new things.
All right, so Wither, I think maybe you get here by just kind of your usual method of wander to a place that seems right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this morning they did their best to do the Peregrine special and run as far as they could most of the way, which was 5 steps.
Woo! Hey, you know, today 5 steps, tomorrow 5K, baby.
Tomorrow 6.
All
The
right.
day after 6K. This is going to get unwieldy very quickly.
Exponential.
So, Wither, from the pillar where Orcris resides, you wander a bit further afield in the underground, and you find yourself homing in on a plantation in the outskirts of the geode. An underground river runs through this area, and the estates along here are some of the most prized in the city because Scon and waterfront property don't really go together, generally speaking. A lot of this land is also cultivated. And sure enough, you find yourself just wandering gaily and without a care in the world, because that's a thing you have the privilege to do as a twice-born, into such a place. Here, let me go ahead and put you here. You make your way down the purplish rock shore along the river and pass through an outlying gate. Workers occasionally sparing you a glance, but seeing you just kind of going back to their business. There are plants, and there's also a lot of mushrooms being grown here.
Mushroom.
Mashoosh.
Ooh.
Mashoosh.
Oh, this is cute.
This is lovely. Oh.
They're going to smell the air. They have been trying their best to smell the differences in the air when they're closer or farther away from certain flowering plants.
Okay.
They've been
These
told
mostly-
there's something called pollen that some people don't like, but they don't know what that is.
Are these mostly like food mushrooms or medicinal?
Medicine mushrooms.
In the area that you're at right now, these are more for alchemical purposes. Yeah, medicinal
Mm.
primarily.
Yeah.
Medicinal and some things that are slightly further afield of medicinal. You or Chris, you
Chemistry.
recognize that one of the more significantly produced crops on this particular farm is the main ingredient in the Scon's favored prophylactic.
Mm. Now, I know what the word prophylactic means, but let's
It's
pretend that the
your
audience
Scani
doesn't.
Viagra.
Oh,
Oh,
hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, medicine.
It's an ingredient. It's not the only ingredient, but
Mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
that's you
Mhm.
see a large amount of that being cultivated, and you know
Mhm.
what that's going to be used for.
Money.
Money.
Yes. And this is a lovely little garden that I do some occasional trading with. People here are very nice.
Oh. What is the most sought after here?
The most sought after? Well, it depends. I would say that it is entirely dependent upon what you're looking to have fixed. People get sick, and not every sickness is the same, and so you have to make sure that you're aware of many different many different curatives. If you have a cough, for example, you can tickle out the spores underneath this little friend. Probably shouldn't touch them here, but you know, underneath this little friend, blue, and you can coat some of those spores into a glass vial, which you can mix with various other ingredients, sometimes plants, sometimes minerals, in order to, and then of course, water is often involved, in order to create a decent little tea, which can help an ailing cough.
Why does Gaia come in so many separate parts just to be combined again, crushed together?
There's a place that I once had the benefit of visiting that believed that all things were once one, and all things seek to become one again. That our separating was an accident, and that over the course of the existence of the world, all things are slowly, almost imperceptibly slowly, coming back together to become one again.
A spiral.
Like a spiral.
It is faster than one would think.
It can be.
They put their finger in the water and begin stirring.
You see a few small insects go zipping away off the surface of the water as you disturb the reeds here.
And yet, as time goes, people, plants, animals create more of themselves, further slowing down that process to all becoming one again.
Spread out. Ripples. Yes, it is the same. We understand.
Life, it seems, abhors a vacuum, and will fight against that vacuum.
Hey, what?
And even death? Even death seems to abhor this vacuum.
What?
The dead, logically, would have no issue with becoming one with the world around it, and yet sometimes they wake back up to separate themselves again.
But we do not have children,
No,
do?
no, you don't. But that doesn't mean that you aren't affecting the world in ways that further help separate. For example, let's say over the course of your moving out and about, you help two people encounter each other who otherwise would not have met without your meddling. Those two people come together, and they have a child. I think this idea of cosmic regression that they speak of, it's only half of the story. The universe does not seek to become one. It seeks to breathe in and out. The pendulum swings both ways in equal and opposite directions.
Is this why plants grow and die and grow, die?
Yes, the living feed off the dead. This has always been the case.
What about the other way around?
Where the dead feed off the living?
Yes.
How so?
They kind of like, they're crouched down here next to the water. They still got their finger in the water and are just slowly spinning around in it. They kind of turn back their eye to look at you just a little bit.
What we have done. It was feeding, in a way.
And what did you take to feed? What did you remove? What did you deplete?
No. Oh, we did not. We did not. We moved it. It is not gone. We understand, yes. This is good. It is not gone. It is just not there. Hmm.
So you changed it. Who dat?
Hmm? Oh, hey! What up, girlie?
Oh,
yeah, this
visitors
way.
again. Look, oh. Huh. Alright, that's not... More visitors, then. Here for the... the grand tour, I take it? She leans over the side of the bridge and looks down at you with her.
Yes.
Oh, hang on. Haven't I seen you before?
3
You're...
times.
Okay, well, one that I can remember. Yeah, you're the one who came by to look at the cocoonery, weren't you? You and those other two.
Yes.
Just taking in all the sights our beloved underground has to offer, huh?
We are learning of living things. Plants are small, and they live, but give life to larger things. They move the life we are learning.
She kind of raises her
Slowly
head up,
gets up.
looks down at you. That's about the size of it, yeah. There's a reason they're the specialty of the College of Life. She looks to the side, looks to you or Chris. This is a, this woman's in fairly well-appointed but dusty and dirty robes. And to judge from her physiology, she's got this intense salmon pink skin, opalescent in nature, and 2 large horns that curve back through her hair, and an asymmetrical third eye. This is no farm laborer. No farm laborer would have developed this kind of unusual physiology. She looks you up and down. You with this one, then?
I am sometimes a frequent customer, but yes, today I am accompanying my twice-born friend.
I see. Well, you can have the run of the place, I reckon. I'm not gonna tell you no, but I have to ask. I came out here expecting to find someone. Have you seen like a teenager, I guess, a kid, walking around, poking his nose anywhere?
Gray.
He's got,
Gray. Oh wait, never mind. I'm looking at the person that I thought it was, and no. I don't believe I have. Wither?
Have we?
Doesn't immediately ring a bell. You haven't seen anyone who looks to you to be that young here. All the laborers are adults that you've seen.
Yeah, I was thinking of this person. I saw them walking around earlier, and I was like,
Nah, that guy is like mid-20s. You
Yeah.
probably wouldn't mistake him for a teenager.
No, we have only seen what is here.
Perhaps if we could get a further description, we'll be able to keep an eye out for him. For
I don't
you.
actually know. I haven't seen the kid myself. We were just supposed to have a visitor today from some family with enough pull to make some kind of deal with the noble who owns this estate. I don't work, well, I don't really work here. I consult for them. So it's not really my problem. I'm
State.
How's Hadis?
Yeah, actually. You
No.
I haven't seen the child, but if I do, I will direct them toward the manse.
yeah. Yeah, I don't want to have some noble brat wandering around unsupervised. At best, they might just like get a little underfoot. At worst, I don't know, something happens to them while I'm, I don't want to be responsible for anything that's going to make my job any harder. So,
I understand your concerns. Rest assured, I know the child.
yeah, just keep an eye out if you don't mind.
I
And
will.
yeah, send him to the house if you see him. I don't mind him wandering around as long as I got someone keeping an eye on him so he doesn't trip over a rock and die somehow. All right. Hang on, I gotta... All right, let me know if you have any questions. I gotta get back to work.
Of course.
She kneels down in the dirt here and begins examining these mushrooms one at a time.
We did
Wither.
not find its parents.
What?
Fayadi,
What?
we did not find the silkworm's parents.
Oh, no? Hang on. Your name was Wither, wasn't it?
We have been called as such.
Am I crazy, or are you also the twice-born who just belly flopped into the Great Well last week?
Yes.
And here you stand. Wow. Well, that's impressive even by your standards. Is that what you were looking for down there?
Yes. Answers for ourselves and the little creatures. But we found scorn, confusion.
Her eyes focus on you. Her third in particular.
I'm sorry about that. I wish, if I'd known you were gonna go and do that, well, who am I kidding? I wouldn't have been able to stop you anyway. Still, sorry you didn't find what you were looking for.
It is all right. It has just moved. The answer, we believe. It has moved. Someone has moved it.
someone.
Who was the person in command before?
She cocks her head to the side.
Command where?
The cocoonery. There was a name or a person that was danced around.
Yeah. Well, they haven't decided on who's going to take it over, but the one they just took it from, pretty unceremoniously at that, a lady named Thalia. She actually lives around these parts, near Dark River Way. And she was in charge of the cocoonery, at least the last, I don't know, 5 years, 10. And I don't know what she did exactly, but it seemed to me there was some kind of major event behind the scenes. Got a lot of people riled up because she was there one day and man, she was just gone. And so were some of the people who'd been working there. That doesn't happen by coincidence. No. I think someone screwed up big time. Maybe I shouldn't say this out loud, but I do get a little satisfaction seeing people fall off their high horses like that. And now, nowadays, I guess technically, now the Lord of the Cocoonery is Enmisar, but it's still up to the Domina beneath the earth whether he's going to keep it or whether they're going to give it over to the local Deva instead. Could go either way. So he's trying to make things run real smooth right now. And yeah, no one's seen hide nor hair of Thalia since she was not too ceremoniously kicked off the job.
Life has moved.
It always does. That's the one thing you can count on. Nothing's ever staying put where you left it.
We would like to show you something.
She sets down her little trowel, kind of stabs it into the earth, dusts herself off, and looks at you.
All right.
We will do this because you seem to have answers or some knowledge. We can do a thing much like your own. We have shown it to the High Infuser. Is this correct?
She reacts very strongly for a moment. She almost is like physically taken aback and manages to kind of get control of herself, but did not expect you to suddenly bring him up in this conversation.
Yeah? What is this thing you've shown?
We can move life.
They will reach down to a singular small mushroom near there, not one that's close to too many others. And they will just gently poke it.
You give a gentle poke to the mushroom and invoke your power, I imagine.
Yes.
Yes. The mushroom kind of wriggles for a second and droops over, and its stem begins to slough off at the sides. Its cap thins out until it sort of detaches from the stem and falls to the ground as a little wafer before disintegrating entirely. Sorry, I'm looking for music real quick. She watches this happen, and her eyes then slowly slide back to you.
That wasn't Nem. How did you do that?
We do not know. We have been seeking answers.
She thinks. She pauses, and her eyes widen briefly before narrowing again.
When were you born, Wither?
Cycles ago.
How many?
I think we decided around like three to 5 ago?
Yeah, I think is what we went with. Several years ago, yeah.
We can count the cycles on one hand.
She folds her arms over her chest, closes her eyes, and thinks for a moment. Opens her eyes again, looks at you. She leans down and picks up her trowel out of the dirt.
I gotta go find that kid. Feel free to show yourselves around as much as you want. I don't want that hanging over me. I got a lot of work still to do.
She shoots a glance over her shoulder at you, Wither, and she is afraid of you.
Will the answer circle back to us in time? We have found when we react quickly, the answers scurry away like rats. So this time we are to stay still, yes?
Sometimes that's what you have to do. Trust that God has a plan. The same plan that brought you back to us, or brought you to us for the first time as Wither. We'll see to your greatest self and your greatest well-being.
You hear some loud, not very graceful splashing, and the reeds whip back and forth, and someone comes kind of tromping up the river.
My man.
You are so lost, kiddo.
Okay. Whew. That could have gone worse. Ugh. Nier comes wandering up onto the shore. You can see the lower regions of his robe are quite soaked. Kind of catches himself a little bit on this bush.
Trying to see where the water came from.
What? Master Urkrus. Wow, what are you doing here? Actually, yeah, no, what are you? Oh, God. Did my mom send you for some reason?
No. Just a happy coincidence this day.
Okay. It's around exam time, so you'd never want to just randomly have your teachers show up somewhere, you know?
Of course. How are you feeling regarding those exams? Confident?
Yeah. I guess so.
You don't sound it.
Oh, was it that obvious? I think it'll go fine. Honestly, if anything, you should be worried about my sister, because she... Like, I'll let you know if I ever catch her studying, but it hasn't happened yet. I think I'm about as, I'm like as practiced as I can be, so I thought rather than trying to cram in more on pretty much the last day or two, I was just going to take some time off and just learn something more interesting. So I've been taking a little tour of some of the plantations around here. Dark River Way has some really fascinating stuff you can't see anywhere else in the city.
That is true.
These reeds are indigenous to here and nowhere else, as far as I'm aware.
That is also true. I believe that you are expected at the manse.
He looks aside. Oh, God, yeah, I was technically supposed to check in there, so yeah, okay. Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Should dry off the bottom of your robe first.
Oh, crap, you're right. Geez. He
Before
leans
you
down,
track
kind of
the
grabs it and
mud.
tries to wring it a little. Yeah, that's not gonna go great. Well, water's clean enough-ish. Shouldn't be anything worse than silt in there.
As long as you're not dripping on their floor.
I'd be fine. He looks down again. It is possibly not fine. He rings it a few more times. Yeah,
What would
that's
your
the best I'm
mother
gonna
say?
get. Sorry,
To
what'd you
me.
say, Austin?
I said, what would your mother say?
Oh.
To me.
Well, I'd hope she wouldn't say anything to you. It's not, I mean, this was a coincidence, right? You weren't here supervising me, so, you know, if
No.
I get a wet robe, that's my own business.
I suppose it is. And yet, I'm sure I would hear of it.
Yeah, that's probably true. All right, fair enough, fair enough. I'll put my best foot forward. I'll give them anything to complain about. Anything more, anyway.
You're... I think you'll do fine. As you said, it's your sister I'm more concerned with. But I suspect she will do all right as well.
Hey, just between you and me, is our mom doing another surprise
Yes.
thing? Okay. Is it... Well, okay. Is it something decent this time? Because for our birthday, she hired that comedic philosopher, and that's 3 hours of my life I'm never getting back.
What to get a child who already has it all?
All the time I be saying this.
And what would you want if you could have anything of your mother?
I mean, it's a weird question to answer because I can pretty much ask her for anything and she'd probably get it for me anyway, so it's like...
Then
I mean, yeah, you kind of hit it on the head there. I don't know, just not something that's gonna waste my time. So, any kind of...
Well, knowing what I know of her plans, I think your time is safe.
Okay, if it's like another statue or any physical object will either be, you know, maybe it'll be cool and I'll want it around / on my person. Maybe I won't like it and I can just put it in a corner or a box or whatever, and that's still fine. It's the surprise parties that are just killer, man. Not the good kind, the really awful kind. Just he does a throat-cutting gesture.
Here. I have something for you.
Cuts his
Something
throat.
that perhaps you will get some use out of. I pull out one of my knives.
Oh,
Take this.
yeah?
It will help you when you're cutting through the weeds.
It's a good idea. Yeah.
Do you know how to keep it sharp?
Actually, yes. Actually, yes, because Mom... No, yeah. Yes, is the short answer.
Good.
Well, thanks. Is this like a graduation present?
I don't know. You haven't graduated yet.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Master Orcris. I'm gonna go let them know that I didn't drown or anything.
Good. I
And,
suspect they were. I suspect they were soon to call a search party.
Okay, yeah, then I better not waste any time. Maybe I'll see you around the house again sometime soon.
I'm sure you will.
He hustles off. You see him stop at the foot of the bridge, like look down and bend over and do one last attempt to like get any more water out of the bottom of his robe. It is a futile effort. He shakes his head and continues.
One of my students.
We did not ask.
Wow. I guess from Wither, merely a statement of fact, but from anyone who understands social graces, wow.
Wow. You get that from them while they're like crouched down drawing pictures of Servitor in the dirt.
Fair enough. Shall we proceed?
Fair enough. I guess I'll just go fuck myself then, huh?
Yeah, look, we proceed.
All right. Is there more you wanted to do in the scene, or is plant field trip a success?
I think that was good.
Yeah, unless Orcris has a plan, that's about it.
All right. Well, I don't think we can put it off any longer. I think think we must revisit the curious case of the Thessia in the night.
I'm sorry, I keep pushing. I just like
No.
I'm sorry I
cool.
keep playing the game.
It's really funny. Every time it's a new something. Sorry, I just need to grab the right map real quick. Give me a hot second. Let's see. Maps, maps, maps. Which are good, which are bad. Maps, maps, maps. Ask your mom or ask your dad. Where are you, College of Alteration? Where did I put you? How did I lose track of you? Oh, you're right there.
Oh, I see. Oh,
You were just-
Aram, you stinker.
I'm sorry?
I understand. I see. Okay.
I genuinely don't know what you're talking about, but
I think I'm
interested.
I'm putting together the Lego blocks of what's about to happen here.
Ah, okay. Let's see. I didn't actually end up making a map for that exactly. I guess this is okay. All right, here's what we'll do. Oh, let's get this crowd out of here. Boop.
These freaks.
Thessia, you drift upward for an unknown amount of time in search of higher and greater things, in search of the light that was missing down below. And the stone around you changes from its dark, grayish, at times purplish, greenish hue as you move up through the plateau to soft red and amber clay to stone, at first rough and then finer, more precise. And always you remain entirely ensconced in stone, as far as you know. Your body is still a bit elusive to you at the moment. But in spite of this, you feel like you can see perfectly well around you at all times. As you breach higher and higher and start floating through white stone, marble, precious metals, inevitably your conscience winds toward the Lyceum, the place that you would see raised up. And bereft of other purpose in this moment, it begins to wander toward, not home exactly, but you could call your home away from home. Toward the college, toward the bastion of knowledge that you've devoted so much of your life to. Are you going to play, Trek? There we go. The whites, the blues, the browns of the stone. You can feel it. The surface is just above you. But you continue to glide beneath it. The stone ripples around you and fills itself back exactly as it was as you pass through it, leaving no trace. You swim as gracefully as any great serpent of the deep, or so you imagine. Up, through the marble, up, through the stairs, you head to the heart of this place. And the inspiration has struck you. Yes, this is where you should start. This is the place you know better than any other. This is the place you've aspired to make yourself great, to make yourself known, and to show that there is so much more possibility than is understood by the lesser inhabitants of this place, by those who still toil in self-imposed ignorance under limitations that need not be. You proposed a new vision for this place, a new order that would see the colleges brought together into an edifice of learning greater than the city has ever known. Why wait? Why wait for all the tedious backroom deals, for the negotiations, for highly intelligent people to say very stupid things to one another as they wrestle over their pride and such trivialities as that just get in the way of revealing the truths of the universe? No, there's no reason to wait. That vision, you will lay the first bricks of it right here and now. You feel your skin for the first time. You feel the air. You emerge from the stone. And your body, in this instant, you can't feel the physical space you occupy. You can just feel the sensation. You can feel the air. You can feel yourself rise into it, you can feel the stone of the floor sloughing away beneath you back. It's still like the surface of a lake as you emerge. And your body is crackling with power. But you only need a little. You just need a touch. But, oh, you've expended an awful lot of energy finding your way back here. It's been a long, wandering process. You reach a hand into where your stomach was at some point. You can feel it just barely. Yes, there's something there. There's a body occupying the same space as your consciousness, probably. But more importantly, much more importantly, you still have it. You reach into your body, and the stone that makes you up, that jet, the muscle, the sinew, it shifts. It disgorges from itself the stone that you had shaped earlier. You pull from yourself, leaving no mark or scar or hole behind, your container of breath. You released most of it earlier, but you can feel, without a doubt, there is a trace left, just enough for you to commit this final work. With a thought, the container dissolves entirely, its stone absorbed back into your form. And that mote of the breath hangs there in the air, dancing above your hand so tantalizingly. You take another deep breath. Draw it into yourself. It tingles. And you place your hands on the floor, and you pour forth your will, and around you, the room begins to remake itself in your image. And this may be just the first step. This may be just a small one, but it's important to get it right. It's oh so important. Everything starts here, and this will be perfect. You will show exactly what can be accomplished in this new world that you've envisioned. And so you build it. It's not quite right. You tear it down, you rebuild it. The stone rises and writhes and shapes again and again. Yes, you're getting closer. As many attempts as it takes. This will be right. How many times the room remakes itself again and again as you indecisively flit from vision to vision? What best represents the cradle of knowledge from which you'll guide Skan to greatness? And you begin to notice that there's more light. Was it night when you came in here? It must have been. There was no light streaming from the rings, but now they've risen over the horizon, casting the room in morning? Afternoon? Hard to say. Time is an illusion, after all. It's the next least real thing after your body. But no, this is perfect. You've got it. You've got it exactly right. Doesn't matter what time may have passed. This was worth it. This was all worth it. This was worth it. This was all worth it. This was worth it. This was all worth it. It was worth it. This was worth it. What are you doing here? Thessia, you start to come back to your senses. Slowly, as space begins to exist around you again. The room fills in at the corners of your sight, which slowly shrinks back from this omnipresent, all-knowing sense to two mere eyes in a head of stone and flesh. And then you begin to feel your body again. Yes, you're standing. Yes, you're standing. You don't even feel as tired as you did last time. Progress, perhaps? You notice to your side you've dropped and broken the container you had fashioned for the breath. Its shards lie on the floor at your feet. The beautiful marble floor. And your gaze slowly wanders along it, and you take in the breathtaking chamber that you find yourself standing in. It's ornate. You could maybe even call it austere, but it's glorious. You've always felt that the High Shaper's office was a bit functional, drab even. This is entirely different. This could put the most beautifully decorated temples in Scon to shame. This is a proper throne of knowledge. The beating heart of academia should look like this. Yes, your handiwork is, frankly, just as impressive as ever. What in God's name have you done?
Kind of still getting her senses back.
She's standing directly in front of you, where her desk was, now at the heart of this chamber, looking around, utterly dumbfounded.
Oh, so she saw me, like, do this.
You don't know. She's standing here now. You have no concept of how long she's been here or what she's been doing in any of this time. She did not exist in your world until just now.
Admittedly, I seem to have misplaced myself a bit.
Thessia, what? How and why have you done any of this?
They told us.
Yeah.
Robot house!
Yeah, honestly. This particular instance,
You reshaped the college.
Ooh. All of it?
She looks around. My quarters at least. I dared not move, for fear I would get swallowed up. Are you yourself? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes,
You couldn't 3 hours ago.
You were here for 3 hours?
What do you think has happened, Thessia? You arose from the floor as I was finishing up my work for the evening.
This poor woman.
You brought with you a maelstrom of stone. This whole place. This whole chamber. I tried to call out to you. It didn't seem you could hear me. It didn't seem you were even aware that I was here.
Yes, she is doing everything in her power to not use the word sorry.
She slowly walks forward. She's holding her hands out in front of her like she's simultaneously afraid to touch you and questioning whether you're even real right now. She looks down at the shards of dark stone by your feet.
You have the opportunity to do the funniest thing right now and gaslight her into believing that none of this happened.
I don't know how well that would work. Because then I still have to leave.
Not for long, but you know.
Here's the thing. Let's say I go for the gaslight, right? It looks weird if I phase in with godlike power and then walk out the front door. Like,
Nah, none of this is real. None of this happened. I phased it through the floor. That doesn't make any sense. You're crazy. We got to put you somewhere.
ignore the building that has changed.
Oh no, you change it back.
The whisper.
Once she leaves, you just change it back.
Thessia, you pulled that object from yourself. Let us set aside that you appear to have shaped the stone of your body to do such a thing. You drew from it you took the breath into yourself. Here, now. Intentionally. You deny it?
As you have already seen.
Do you deny it? Or
no. I don't.
She places her hands together beneath her mouth and thinks.
I don't see much reason in denying it.
She blinks a few times and processes what has just happened. I need to give some consideration to this matter. For now, Thessia of Baetalus, I revoke your license to use the Rune of Thale. You are not welcome in my college. I urge you to consider long and hard how you can possibly earn back any shred of trust that you may use the powers that God or whoever else has seen fit to grant to you in a responsible manner. I risked my entire reputation for you at that tribunal, Thessia. This is how you... Why am I even... Get out. Leave this place immediately. I will inform you if and when you may return.
Thessia is processing the information. The breath is gone, I presume.
Yes, there's no more left that appears to be physically present. You seem to have expended whatever of it was driving you before.
I see. Well, I thank you for all that you have done for me. And I'll see what I can do.
Do as you like. You're no longer my responsibility. She turns and looks at the strange and wondrous space you've made of her office, and you realize, looking out the window, it does seem to have risen somewhat. You haven't made a whole new tower, but this very back part of the building, how much would you have changed if you had gone on longer, or if you hadn't gotten caught up on so many little details? Hard to know. But what you've done is certainly remarkable enough.
I think because I'm in brain mode, and I think Thessia still is like riding the high of this level of power. I think as she goes out, like one of her claws just kind of like drifts on the doorway. If you are interested to learn more, you know where to find me.
Don't you ever presume to teach me.
I don't know if it would be teaching, merely...
We're not having a conversation now, Thessia. Leave what you've made of my office. Only shapers are permitted in this place.
Well, I guess I don't really fit in that qualification anymore. She'll fully walk out.
You step out the doors of the College of Alteration. And it's kind of strange the way that everything else appears just the same as when you went in to work most recently. And yet feels wholly alien now in some undefinable way.
I'm gonna drop my swing. Huh. Not much to work off of there. I think right now, it's that feeling where your brain just doesn't work, but your body is reacting. You know, when like something you weren't expecting to have happen, or something just dreadful happens, your brain shuts down, but like the heart is pumping, you feel sick, Like, you can't really stand. I think all that is hitting her right now.
She could have killed her.
It crossed my mind.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, she could do it.
Well, if your body is kind of momentarily autopiloting you, while your brain is trying to process everything, where do you think it walks you?
I'm supposed to meet Orcris.
No. Just wander to meet up with him, and well, gosh, how do you? Whoa. Well, okay, hang on. Let's step back for a second and figure out where we want to go from here. So we can end here, which might be a slightly shorter session, but like I think that would be we have an okay out here.
We hit the 3-hour mark.
No, I guess that's not really a short session. Just sometimes we go longer.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel? Where's the energy of the room?
I'd be fine with ending there. That feels like an appropriate end point.
Yeah, because, I mean, the only thing is, like, I think Thessia would go to one of two locations. Either she would regroup with Orcris and be like, hey, I lost my job. And like that. Or...
Oh, you want to go to the bar? You want to talk about it, homie?
Or she would go to her tower and be like, I don't need that shit.
I don't need a school. I'll make my own school.
But literally, that's like part of her brain is she's like, to her, she's like, I proved what's truly capable. And your immediate reaction is just like, no. And it's like, why? What more do you need? How could you not see this and at least be a little curious? That's the part weirdly, that's the part Thessia is hung up on. It's like, you just saw this miracle and you aren't slightly intrigued to learn how to replicate.
Oh, that's not the one. Hang on. There's a specific one there's a specific song that I feel like is the right one to play us out on the... Fuck. Is it in... Yeah, yeah, this one. You know it. You know it. You love it.
Never has the golem been so sorely tested.
Never has the golem been so sorely tested. Oh man. Well, then we're gonna call it here for tonight.
Go.
Woo. Well, you know, you may have lost everything, but you are one step closer to leveling up your time bomb gift.
Does that also help with fail? Prove yourself undeniably superior to a shaper who was thought to be at least your peer?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hooray!
Woo!
I mean, certainly in Thessia's mind, she's done that.
Yeah, I mean, no, genuinely, I think this is the music that's playing as she's like, it starts off as like this nauseousness, and she's like, I don't know if this is the snapping point, but she's like teetering on the edge of like, they're wrong.
Yeah. But it was not me who was wrong. It was the world.
You know what you should do, Thessia? Send her a bill.
Yeah.
Send her a bill for the redecoration.
You can't fire me. I quit. All right. We'll sign off here for tonight. Goodness, golly gosh.
Hooray.
Have a good one, future me and future chat.
Yeah.
I hope you're enjoying the future.
Yeah.
Hello. I hope the future's better.
Write in the comments what's going on.
Yeah. Tell us in the comments what's happened and what stocks to buy. Trick question. None of them right now.
None of them.
Anyway. We'll see you later.
Toodles.
So, chat, you ever fucked up bad enough at work that you go from perfectly fine to just fired immediately? Oh boy, oh boy. Someone asked, like, when does, like, the luck turn around for Thessia on these roles? And we all look at the camera with a blank, dead-eyed stare. Oh, buddy boy. Oh, buddy boy. Things, same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Oh, man. But yeah, no, I've been really excited. I've been really excited to get to this part of the story. Thessia could be the school stocks. Thessia could the school... Yeah, West Wing explodes. Get ready for more of that. Give her halting luck, halfling luck as a gift. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Thessia has a gift that lets her reroll, like, fudge dice in various ways once per session. It's just so woefully inadequate to the enormity of the task. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Yeah, no, you haven't even seen the funniest Thessia luck yet. I think the funniest Thessia luck to date was in a pretty recent session that you probably won't see for many months yet. But don't worry, it's coming. It's coming. Thank you everyone for coming to watch. If you enjoyed the show tonight, check out the other things on Stabbiness. The Discord is linked right here on the page. As is the YouTube archive, and if you want more beginning of the end content, I have a Patreon right here that's got all the episodes. It gets them the same day they go up on the Stabbiness YouTube, as well as a ton of bonus content if you're interested in that sort of thing. There's also a piece of fan art that I'm eager to show off. Here, let me grab that for you all. This is from Purdy Poof. This is I like how this is identifiably, like, you've done the hand, obviously, but even besides the black gloved hand, this is very identifiably Anakin Skywalker, specifically from episode 3, and I love that. Yeah, no, I'm so glad they have their proper icon now. He lived long enough to become a real boy, and I love that for him. Will he live long enough to become a Jedi? Now that's another question entirely. Thank you so much, Purdy Poof. I will treasure it always. And I think that's about everything for tonight. We'll be back next week with another new episode. That'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday, here on twitch.tv/stabbiness. And incidentally, Six, one of the artists on this game, has just told us, went in for some surgery today, has just told us it went fine. They've been grappling with a medical issue for a while, and this should finally resolve it. So please, everyone, well wishes for Six. Send them your power, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to them being back to full strength and able to do more art. Icons like others that you saw tonight. So, please keep them in your thoughts. And in the meantime, we'll be back with another episode next week. And for now, have a good night and a good end of the night when you go to bed, eventually.